The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And this portion of the Coaches Show brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Cal Bowen to do the job right. They're located on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. John Dinkins here with Coach Dyron Birdwell, the head coach of the Oakland Patriots. Before we get started, Coach, how's the little one doing?
Oh, she's good. She's
a cheerleader now, isn't she?
She's all about cheering on the side. Yeah, every game she loves to go over and stand. She actually asked me at the Cookville game because their cheerleaders were there and ours wasn't. She goes, "Daddy, would you get mad if I went down there and cheered with the other cheerleaders?" And of course, her mom's like, "No, we're not doing that." So, but no, she's great. Excited for Santa, ready to make cookies and.
Oh yeah, it's a great time of year, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big
now,
time.
How old is she now?
She's 4. She is 4. Yep.
4, but with the mentality of an 18-year-old.
Yeah, exactly right. And we'll blink and she'll actually be 18.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Coach, it's been a kind of a, I don't know, we were talking off air about some of the injuries and some of the players that are coming back from football, which you face that a lot. I mean, it's always you're going to have 2 or 3 football players that come late, but trying to get 10 people out there has been tough early.
Yeah, big time. We've just kind of had to battle right now. We've been okay with the sickness bug until last night, and then we had Malcolm Ashley starter be out with sickness, and then football season ends. We have Matthew Moore kind of in a freak accident, break his jaw, so that one hurt, and then had another one decide that he wanted to focus on football, which hurt depth-wise, and then Chase Bandy, who's still going to play, played an All-Star game, and if you count the All-Star game, he's played football, I guess, in 16 out of 17 weeks, and body's kind of banged up, and I give him the option to take a week off, and so he will, and hopefully he'll be back on December 26th for practice, and then he'll get one full practice, and then we go play 3 games, so after Christmas. But yeah, just trying to survive with what we got right now. We've got, a bunch of guys that are competing and battling and trying to guard and do the things we ask. And we've, had a tied or had a lead in every game in the fourth quarter in every game except for Stewart's Creek on Tuesday night when, they kind of whipped us pretty good, and credit to their coaching staff and players. But, we're so close, I feel like, but you can tell that, it's frustrating to lose, and the kids, are obviously a little frustrated. But the one positive, I guess, of basketball versus football is if you lose one of those, you got to wait a whole week. Where in basketball, we lose a tough one last night, and we get to play in, about 6-7 hours here.
Yeah, they 5-5 on the year, and but you are having some contributions and some good play. I did want to mention, with Ashley being sick, that people go, well, that's one game, but that's like 10 points at least a game that you're going to have to find somewhere else.
Yeah, Malcolm's averaging close to a double-double. He's got, averaging just over 10 points and just under, about 8 or 9 rebounds a game. And so then you've got to get that from everybody else, at that point, and not one person, but everybody's kind of got to, pick up the slack there, and then whoever, takes his place. In case last night it was Emery starting wise, and then we've got Kamani Bass who came in off the bench and, played a couple other guys, but and Landon Jarrett and Will Harlan. But it's hard to, change somebody's, I guess, their role on the team, especially when, right before walkthrough, we thought we were going to have everybody, and then we don't. So it's like, hey, we haven't practiced a bunch with this group out there together, but hey, let's go try to find a way to win. And I was proud of them. I thought we played well last night. Just couldn't make the game-winning play. That's kind of what I told them after the game. We, down 2, missed a shot to tie it with about 20 seconds left. We're down 2 again after a foul with less than 10 seconds left, and we can't get the rebound on free throw. And some of it's, I guess, karma. Some of it is, we got to go make the plays to win the game. And right now we're so close. There were times last year, I felt like we were getting beat at this time of year and we're getting kind of blown out. And I was like, we got to find a way to make it close. And we're so close right now to, I feel like, competing. But just got to you got to find a way to make a play or two more a game, which has kind of been the difference right now between us being 5-5 and being 9-1. So
I know you're really. I look at it, you're kind of young. I mean, you've got sophomores and juniors basically, and trying to find somebody to take that leadership role. I know you had that last year a little bit with some seniors, but when you look at it, trying to put 4 quarters together with the younger team sometimes can be kind of difficult because you have little lapses where you'll get behind or that kind of thing, and that seems to be happening too.
Yeah, we're down double figures. I think or double digits at one point against Green Hill. We come back and tie it. We're down 8 going into the fourth against Upperman. I know we were down at least 13 or 14 first quarter, come back and tie it. We played Cookville. We're down 10 in the third quarter with 6 minutes to go. We tie it. Last night, I think we got down 6 or 8 in the second quarter. We come back and take a lead, and then we just couldn't hang on, But then we get down, 2-4 multiple times last night in the fourth quarter, and we come back and cut it to 1, and just couldn't make the play. But you're right, we had 4 kids score last night, and all 4 will be back next year. We had 1 sophomore and 3 juniors, so that's I guess the silver lining. But you want to have that success now, and we just got to keep working and work through the holidays, and hopefully be ready for district play come January 14th.
Brian Haggard has been having quite a year so far. I'm thinking when we scored 28 points, and I was talking to another coach this morning, when you score that many in a high school game, that's pretty impressive. I mean, it's hard to do. Yeah,
he's averaging. I think he was averaging 25 going into this week, and he struggled and only had 6 against Stewart's Creek, but then he comes back and has 30 last night.
Yeah.
He definitely our scoring he's a big part of that. He takes a lot of shots. He takes a couple bad ones, but he's good enough to make a couple bad ones too. So you kind of got to, my philosophy, I guess, is you kind of got to live with the good with the bad, and he's played well. I think we've played 10 games. I think he's had, I know, at least 3, maybe 4 games where he scored 30 or more, and yeah, he's definitely one that can put the ball in the hole, and we're happy and excited for his future and lucky to have him as an Oakland Patriot.
Yeah, and he's going to get a lot of attention from here on in too.
Oh, yeah.
How much will Chase being back? I know he's kind of got that leadership quality. That's going to be important to you. I know he's probably not in basketball shape yet, but it'll be a little bit of a slow process. But he's got to mean a lot to leadership.
Yeah, best way I can describe it with Chase is he breaks his arm last year and missed the first 20 games of the season, I think, and we were 5-15 without him, and then when he came back, we were 5-4 with him. So he definitely means a lot to our team, leadership wise. He's played a lot of he's played a lot of varsity minutes in this district. He's a really good shooter. He competes hard. He plays hard. He understands the game. And worst case scenario, he gives us depth. You know, and that's just we definitely need that right now. And looking forward to having him back after the holiday.
I know you're looking forward to after the holidays because you'll have at least 10 there to play. You're in the Adidas tournament right now at Riverdale, and you play tonight actually about, at 5:30?
Yeah, we play Rossview at 5:30. They've got a really good guard. Riverdale, I thought Coach Voss did a good job yesterday of guarding to hit them and giving his team a chance to win, and they competed and just almost just 1 point short in overtime, about as close as you can get. But he they're a good team. They'll give us some problems athletically, and we've got to find a way to keep working and building and guarding. And tough loss yesterday, and we can't let Centennial beat us twice. It's kind of what I told the team after the game, and that's what we've got to be looking forward to coming today at 5:30, and hopefully we'll be ready to play.
Well, we're going to be starting district regular season here before long. What's the plans after Christmas? Are you going to give a few days off? Or
we'll be after tonight. We'll be off for about 4 days. Then we go to Page's Christmas tournament. We had a miscommunication, I guess you'd say, with Shelbyville where we were supposed to play on January 3rd. And this was back in August, so we had to pick up another game somewhere, and so we picked it up at Page. So December 27th, I think we're playing Memphis Business. At 1 o'clock, the 28th, we play Boyd Buchanan at 2:30, and the 30th, we play Springfield at 11:30. And then they'll get a couple of days off for New Year's, and then we'll come back and practice. And I think we've got Beach on January 7th at Beach and Mount Juliet on January 10th at Mount Juliet, and then we'll be ready to I guess, host the Rockets on January 14th.
There you go, boy. It's here, isn't it? It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
And before I let you go, Dyron, I want to ask you one question. Tennessee, Ohio State. Who you picking?
Man, I've got to go with my Vols, but I'm a little nervous. I think Ohio State's probably the most talented team in the country. They've lost a couple games they probably shouldn't have, but we got to. It's going to be a line of scrimmage game, I guess. If we can control the game and put a little pressure on their quarterback and not allow those aliens at wide receiver to go off that they have, I think we got a shot. But watching game day before I got here this morning, it seemed like there's a lot of orange in Columbus, and hopefully, they can find a way to root us on and continue the season and get ready to play Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I heard it's been crazy ticket-wise. That UT's going to cover that place up, aren't they?
That's the hope, man. Hopefully we can have 30,000 is kind of the number that everybody's hoping we can get to up there.
Let's have a good start, tonight,
For sure. I don't want to be down 14-0 like we were against Vanderbilt.
There you go. All right. That's Dyron Birdwell, the head coach. Got two big games tonight. He's got his own basketball game, and he's got UT tonight. Yes, enjoy it and have a nice Christmas.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Merry Christmas.
Tell the girls hi.
I'll do it.
All right, that's Dyron Birdwell, the head coach of the Oakland Patriots. When we come back, we'll be talking Stewart's Creek basketball. This portion of the show is brought to you by Dan France Concrete, a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee, also an Oakland football graduate. And that's Dan France Concrete.
Murfreesboro's